Shalom Talmidim, Kinuye Guf Perek Daleth. Pronouns Lesson 4. Suffixed personal pronouns with prepositions. Suffixed personal pronouns can be added onto prepositions. Now, different prepositions will prefer different forms of the suffix pronouns. Some will want type 1, some will want type 2, and in a future video we will see several slightly irregular forms. It's not always possible to predict which type of suffixes a given preposition will favor if you don't already know it. But here are some regular prepositions that behave in a friendly manner. B and L prefer type 1 suffixes. So to him would be lo, and to her la, to you l'cha, and to you feminine singular lach, and to me li. Similarly, if I use b for all of these, running down the list of the singulars, we have bo, ba, bcha, bach, and bi. In the plural, they continue regularly with type 1 suffixes. To them, lahem, to them, feminine plural, lahen. Remember, the feminine plural forms are only used when the whole group is composed of women or feminine objects. If the group is mixed, the masculine plural forms will be used. In the second person masculine plural, lachem, and the feminine plural, lachen, and the first person plural, lanu, to us. Similarly, we have bahem, bahen, bachem, bachen, and banu. So b and l prefer type 1 suffixes, and there's no real shock about it. El and al prefer type 2 suffixes. So to him, with el would be a lav, with the type 2 3ms suffix, chamatz yod vav. But notice, instead of a segel under the aleph, we have a tsere. Sometimes prepositions will change their spelling when they get suffixes on them. In fact, it's not unusual for a word to change its spelling with pronominal suffixes, as we will see with many nouns and some verb forms. So running down el with singular suffixes, we have elav, eleha, elecha, elaich, and elai. With al, instead of a patach under the ayin, we get a chamatz. Alav, aleha, alecha, alaich, and alai. In the plural, we get propretonic reduction. That is, the tsere under the aleph for el and the patach under the ayin for al will reduce because the endings hem, hen, chem, and chen draw the accent back to the end of the word. Okay? So, alehem is to them, and alehem is upon them. Notice the only difference between to them and upon them is whether the word starts with an aleph or an ayin. So try to keep these separate. Running down el with its plural suffixes, alehem, alehen, alechem, alechen, and elenu. Notice that last form, the accent is not on the last syllable, and so the tsere under the aleph remains in place. With al, the same forms are alehem, alehen, alechem, alechen, and alenu. These prepositions behaved in a regular, straightforward manner. I'm sorry to say there are a few prepositions that are a little bit trickier. We'll deal with them in a future video.